Join me as I dive into the world of finance and try to figure out if fiat currency really is on its way out. Fiat currency has been the backbone of our modern economy for decades, but have you ever stopped to think about what it really is? Essentially, it's a currency that has no intrinsic value, but is instead backed by the government's promise to honor it. From the US dollar to the euro and from the yen to the pound, all major currencies are fiat currencies. But what's fascinating is that this concept has been around for centuries, with the first recorded use of fiat currency dating back to ancient China. Inflation, loss of trust, and the rise of digital currencies, these are just a few of the key issues facing fiat currency today. As we speak, the world is grappling with the consequences of centralized control, where governments and institutions have the power to manipulate the money supply at will. Take inflation, for instance. It's a term we hear almost daily, but what does it really mean for the average person? The constant printing of money reduces the purchasing power of our hard-earned cash, making it difficult to save and invest for the future. Imagine going to the grocery store and finding that the same basket of goods you bought last month now costs significantly more. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a real strain on families trying to make ends meet. And then there's the issue of trust, or rather, the lack of it. When people see their savings eroding and their purchasing power diminishing, they start to lose faith in the financial system. This distrust isn't just limited to individuals, it extends to businesses and even entire economies. With the rise of cryptocurrencies, people are starting to question the authority of central banks and the value of traditional currencies. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin offer an alternative that isn't subject to the whims of government policies or economic downturns. They promise a decentralized form of currency that many see as more stable and reliable. The loss of trust is further exacerbated by the fact that fiat currencies are often tied to the performance of a specific economy or government. When that economy or government falters, the value of its currency takes a hit. This creates a vicious cycle where declining trust leads to economic instability, which in turn leads to further loss of trust. When that economy or government falters, the value of its currency takes a hit. This isn't just a theoretical concern. We've seen it happen in countries around the world. From hyperinflation in Zimbabwe to economic crises in Greece and Venezuela, the consequences are real and devastating. This is why we're seeing a mass exodus of people moving their money into alternative assets like gold, real estate, and cryptocurrencies. These assets are seen as safer havens in times of economic uncertainty. Gold has been a traditional store of value for centuries, real estate offers tangible security, and cryptocurrencies provide a modern, digital alternative. Each of these options comes with its own set of risks and rewards, but for many, they represent a more stable and trustworthy investment compared to traditional fiat currencies. And speaking of cryptocurrencies, they're becoming increasingly popular as a store of value and a means of exchange. It's no wonder that digital currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are gaining traction as people look for ways to diversify their portfolios. But beneath the surface, there's a more fundamental issue at play. Fiat currencies are often based on a fractional reserve banking system where banks are only required to keep a fraction of deposits as reserves. This means that the majority of the money in circulation is actually created by commercial banks through lending. And this is where things get tricky because it creates a system of debt-based growth where the economy is fueled by an ever-increasing amount of debt. It's a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. As the global economy continues to evolve, we're seeing a significant shift towards decentralized systems and alternative forms of exchange. This transformation is not just a fleeting trend, but a profound change in the way we understand and interact with money and financial systems. The rise of fintech, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies is a testament to this ongoing revolution. These technologies are not only reshaping the financial landscape but also democratizing access to financial services, making them more inclusive and efficient. This shift raises an important question. Are fiat currencies, which have dominated the financial world for centuries, simply a relic of the past, soon to be replaced by more efficient and transparent systems? The comparison between traditional cash and modern digital currencies highlights the stark differences in efficiency, security, and transparency. The answer, in my opinion, is a resounding yes. Experts and thought leaders in the financial sector are increasingly recognizing the potential of decentralized systems to revolutionize the way we conduct transactions, store value, and manage financial assets. The biggest challenge facing fiat currencies today is not just inflation or loss of trust, but rather the advent of new technologies that are fundamentally changing the way we think about money. Digital currencies and blockchain technology offer unprecedented levels of transparency, security, and efficiency, which are difficult for traditional fiat systems to match. As more people and businesses adopt these new technologies, the pressure on fiat currencies will only increase, potentially leading to a future where digital and decentralized systems become the norm. One pivotal moment that highlights the urgency of the situation is the rise of central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. These digital currencies are not just a concept anymore, they are becoming a reality in many parts of the world. Countries like China, Sweden, and even the European Union are already in advanced stages of developing and testing their own versions of CBDCs. These are digital currencies issued by central banks, and they're being hailed as the future of money. Unlike cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which are decentralized, CBDCs are fully controlled by the central banks. This means they have the potential to revolutionize the way we think about and use money. Imagine a world where you no longer need physical cash, and all transactions are seamlessly digital. But what's concerning is that CBDCs would give governments and institutions even more control over our financial lives. With every transaction being recorded and monitored, the level of surveillance could be unprecedented. This isn't just about convenience, it's about power and control. Governments could potentially use this technology to enforce policies, track spending habits, and even limit financial freedom, allowing them to track our transactions and even shut off our access to money at will. Imagine a scenario where your access to funds could be restricted based on your behavior or social credit score. This could lead to a society where financial freedom is a privilege, not a right. The implications are vast and could affect everything from personal privacy to economic stability. It's a dystopian nightmare, and it's a wake-up call for all of us to take a closer look at the systems we're relying on. As we move towards a more digital future, it's crucial to consider the trade-offs. While CBDCs offer many benefits, such as increased efficiency and reduced costs, they also pose significant risks. We must ask ourselves, are we willing to sacrifice our financial privacy for the sake of convenience? The rise of CBDCs is not just a technological shift, it's a fundamental change in the way we interact with money and, by extension, with each other. So, what does the future hold for fiat currencies? Will they continue to dominate the global economy, or will they eventually give way to newer, more efficient systems? The answer remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the days of fiat currency are numbered, and it's time for us to start thinking about what comes next. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the future of fiat currency in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about economic trends and the rise of digital currencies, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be exploring the world of decentralized finance.